Folks, we want to wish each and every one of you a great afternoon. Good to be here with you guys. Yet another day. Good to have all of you guys on the live. You know how we say it. You're on the live. You're on the live. Do let us know if you're hearing us loud and clear on the outside. All of those technicians who are on duty today, do let us know if you're hearing us loud and clear. We got a couple of things to share with you, and then we're going to be talking with His Worship, Mayor Ubraj Narine. We're going to be talking with a man of humility. We're going to be talking with him. Vleda Klein, good to see you. Dorrit David, Timna Ford, Elderly Gilbert, good to see you as well. Do I pronounce that name correctly? Elderly Gilbert, Dorrit, Claire Alexis Chomley, Richmond, good to have you here. Claire, hope you have a good work day. Hope all of you having a great work day. Leon Blair says loud and clear. Thanks, Leon. Technician Leon on duty. Utif Brumel on duty. Gil Ali Cock on duty. Gil, thanks for the thing. Gil, thanks for the thing. And apologies that have been so difficult to get hold of. Thanks for the thing, Gil. Thanks for the thing. Folks, good to see each and every one of you, wherever you all are joining us from. I think the guys are going to bring in a live shot for us of the DSL junction in Georgetown to give you a sense of the weather at this end. It's good weather. It's good weather. It's good weather, folks. Good weather. Good weather. Tim the Ford is good weather where we are. Lachman Aziz, how you doing, Lachman? Good to see you. Good to have you here. Shirley Juicy Tendry, Vanessa Andrews, good to have you. We're happy that you guys are joining us from all the various places. Good to see you, folks. Great to see you, folks. And I think we have a live shot of, again, this is the DSL junction here in Georgetown. It's on the outskirts of the city. If you know your geography, well, those of you who live in right here, y'all know we're there. But those of you who are in the diaspora, hope that you guys haven't been gone so long. And this is compliments of Pixel Guyana. Hope you guys haven't been gone too long. Too long. Hope you guys haven't been gone too long. That's a live shot of the DSL junction. And as you can see, people are moving about. You know, the sellers in this area kind of multiplying. The sellers in this particular area, they're kind of multiplying. Right? They're kind of multiplying. I see a guy on our scaffold to our left. That scaffold is kind of shaking. This is a live shot we're watching out here. I hope he's tethered to something there for safety because that scaffolding is shaking. I hope he has that tether to something. I hope he has that tether to something. Lashman says that they have blackout. This is 5, right? We were in region 5, Lashman. That scaffolding shaking a little bit there, but this is a live shot of the junction, and the sellers on this junction have been, picking up too much. Rena Cummins says we have blackout in Peters Hall. Wow. Peters Hall and blackout. Welcome to Guyana. Welcome to Guyana, folks. And that's some of what we're covering there. Is he going to lift that board up? I don't know if I want to. Folks, this is compliments of Pixel Guyana. They have cameras in several places on the outskirts of the city, Harbor Bridge, in some parts of the city. They have cameras there. Yeah, Latchman is in Region 5. Correct. Correct is right. But good to see you guys. Good to see you guys at this end. Great to have you guys here with us. We're going to be, as I said, we're going to be talking to Lord Mayor Ubraj Narine. Lord Mayor Ubraj Narine. We're going to be talking to him as he is wrapping up his tenure as mayor of the fantastic city of Georgetown. Folks, it's our city. And irrespective of the politics is a little contentious and such and so forth, it's our city. You understand? It's our city. And we love it. I love it. And we love it. No, sir? We love it. We love it. Yeah, we ain't gonna roll. We love us some city. Love us, the city of Georgetown. Love us, love us, love us. Love us, the city of Georgetown. We love it. We love it. Again, good to have so many of you on the live today. Why don't we get right to it, folks? Why don't we get right to it? Some of the things we are covering. Some of the things we are covering, good folks. Look, in Brazil, things serious. In Brazil, very serious. Look what they're grappling with. A man scaled a daycare, the walls of a daycare, and they are familiar with the term hatchet. We would say, chop 4 children to death. A couple more are in hospital. A couple more are in hospital. Serious, serious business here in Brazil. And we put out a piece of reporting on this. It's right on our Facebook page. It's on our website, crediblesourcesgy.com. It's on our website as well. Take a look at that for some additional information. And in that reporting, folks, the president of Brazil, Lula Inácio Lula da Silva, he has called this a monstrosity. A monstrosity. There is no greater pain, he says, than that of a family that loses its children or grandchildren, even more so in an act of violence against innocent and defenseless children. Well, they said they have apprehended the suspect. They have apprehended the suspect. Could you imagine the grief and the turmoil those children are going through? Could you imagine that? The sheer grief and turmoil out front parts that these kids are going through. My God. My God. Audrey Ward, Yvonne Ramasar, my God. Our thoughts and prayers go to them. Our thoughts and prayers go to them. Hatchet to death. The president is right. Defenseless, harmless children. Defenseless, harmless children. Your boy Trump run out. Your boy Trump run out. They tell us during his presentation last night, if you want to call it that. During his presentation last night, he called for a defunding of the Justice Department. Why? Because he's the subject of an investigation. He wants the Justice Department defunded until they get the act straight, according to him, according to reports. Called for the defunding of the Justice Department and the FBI. Yep. Trump is a gift, Like your fun. A gift that keeps on giving. A gift that keeps on giving. I got messy. Both of them. Both of them. We gonna miss them. Both of them. Both all two. We gonna miss them when they're gone. We're gonna miss them. This is what I saw some pundits calling an undermining a presidential candidate or potential presidential candidate, however you look at it, calling for the undermining of the Justice Department, the undermining of the FBI. Well, we got to grapple with that. We got to grapple with that. The UN Human Rights Committee, they're calling for the appointment of an independent rights expert on Haiti amid all this violence you're seeing in Haiti. Ingrid Carter, out front parts, they're calling for the appointment of an independent rights expert. Folks, a lot of atrocities happening in Haiti, From all that we're getting at this end, the quote-unquote government there seem to have a very little say in anything. Very little says. The gangs seem to be calling the shots in Haiti. In Haiti, the gang seems to be the one calling the shots there. So that's something that we're following down there in Haiti. We've been talking about this report, this market report, the oil and gas spending, cost oil. What ExxonMobil spent to bring this oil production we have, make it operational. And if you've been joining our programs regularly, thanks to Starbuck News, we got some figures, millions, hundreds of millions of dollars. ExxonMobil is claiming they spent that we got to repay them. But the accounting firm says that lots of these expenses are not properly accounted for by ExxonMobil. This is the IHS Markit, Markit, the IHS Markit audit. And now we see the head of the GRA run out. Well, I understand. He has to do what he has to do. Mr. Godfrey Stacia. I understand Stacia got to do what Stacia got to do. But politicians got to do what politicians got to do as well. And that's nonsense. Comments attributed to Stacia. According to Chronicle, I don't even know if they take Chronicle seriously. Because like it's amateur hour over there at the Chronicle. It's like it's amateur hour. Now, here's why I say that. The Chronicle posted this story with Godfrey Stacia's picture all over their webpage. And they're going to say the following is a full statement regarding the matter at reference by GRA Commissioner General, Mr. Godfrey Stacia. And then in brackets, please put reverse text straight across page. Now, this is a direction to the editor that gets published. It's amateur hour over there. Please put in reverse text straight across the page. It's amateur hour. Is walking over that Chronicle, man. Oh, Jesus. Chronicle see better days. Well, another run out, the last editor-in-chief, and we got to spend a whole day talking about he. They run out the last editor-in-chief. But I don't know is who in the seat now. No editor what the salt going through this story would put out whatever little direction they were putting in, either to the online editor or to the substantive editor. Everything is published. Please put in reverse text straight across the page. I don't know if they expect me to do it for them. I don't know. This is amateur hour at the Apollo. These people can't be serious and earning taxpayers' money. Surely the Chronicle has seen better journalism than this. This is madness. Roxanne say like I got to go back. I don't want to go back there. Life is about stages. Either good. Like it's amateur hour, all the direction to the editor, whoever, publish right on the page, right on the website. Amateur hour, the Chronicle. Well, this is their headline, attributed to Stacia, Mr. Godfrey Stacia. Mischievous, misleading. It is mischievous and misleading to assume government not pursuing closure of cost style. That is not the point. That is not the point. The point is, save and unless Starbucks News had put their hand on the report, we still didn't know what was contained therein. And if, as the GRA is saying, if, as this installed regime is saying, they are pursuing to tie up this report, pursuing the recommendations in the report, why is it a secret? Joyanne Bailey Morgan, why is it a secret? Why is it a secret? That's the point. Why is it a secret? Folks, wherever you're joining us from today, share the live, smash that emoji button, and let me go down the road. Why is it a secret? Mischievous and misleading to assume government not actively pursuing closure of cost audit. 2 years they're sitting on this report. Right? I know they should know there's an install regime. He will want to say so. They don't like light. They don't like transparency. What they like? They don't like good governance. What they like? They don't like accountability. What they like? Delon Frank says, this is Guyana. Delon said, this is Guyana. Right? And he left in no text. He left in no text that says, please put in reverse text straight across the page. He did his thing plain. Now if the editor is cussing up somebody, did it get published in this thing here? Please put in straight text across the page. Amateur hour. At the Apollo. And I dare say not only at Chronicle, in this whole government. 2 years they sat on this report. And they had no intentions of releasing it. You know why? Because them getting the little brown bag from those involved, from those that got the money. So they said on the report, hundreds of millions of US that you and I will have to pay back. Your children and my children will have to pay back. Right? And the government seems to be more like paramours, lovers with ExxonMobil, and not acting as a regulator. Not acting like a regulator. I don't know if ExxonMobil spit in the government mouth. I don't know if that's how they're acting. Like ExxonMobil spit in the mouth. They're not making independent decisions in the interests of Guyanese people. They're not making those decisions. And then you want to run out and say, mischievous and misleading. You put it in the power of Guyanese if that is the case. You put it in the power to be mischievous and misleading. Elderly Gilbert said it best. Soup drinkers. Drinking the soup. Reno Cummins said they love corruption. Gil Alcock said they love money. Beatrice Selby says, good day, Valletta. Good day, Valletta. Beatrice. Total confunction nonsense. Total confunction nonsense. Let's head to our discussion with our guests. And don't let them detain us further. Don't let them detain us further. Let us head to our conversation with our guests. And do not let them detain us any further. As we said, the mayor is exiting his tenure. And I think Ubraj has done a fantastic job. His Worship the Mayor, Ubraj Narine. Pandit Ubraj, I think he has done a fantastic job based on the personnel he had, based on the support he had, based on the resources he had. He has done a fantastic job. And I know he's a small man, but I see he put down some size these days. It's probably COVID fat. But I know the next mayor will have big shoes to fill. Big shoes to fill. So let's turn to our discussion with the mayor. And this is one of the reasons I was MIA yesterday. One of the reasons I was MIA yesterday, because we were in talks with the mayor. Folks, I give you the, back in the day, they used to call them Lord Mayor. Our discussion with the mayor yesterday about his tenure and why he's come to this point, among other things. Take a look, take a look, take a look, and take a listen.
Folks, we are very privileged to be joined by the mayor of Georgetown. In times of old, the mayor used to be represented as Lord Mayor of Georgetown. There's a lot of the documents here, and we've had a good mayor in the city of Georgetown. He has announced recently that he is not running again for local government as a councillor first. You run as a councillor first, and then you're selected among your peers for the mayorship. And that's how it happens. He has announced he is not running. We want to know why. Mr. Mayor, all things being equal, you've had a good tenure, good 5 years, which is like 2 terms.
Yes.
Right? Talk to us a little bit about your challenges and successes, and then we can come to the reason why you're not going to contest.
Thanks, Mr. Duncan. Now, I took office in 2019, 1st of January. I was elected in 2018. However, when I took over this council, I took over close to 5 billion liabilities. And we have worked tremendously to remove some of those liabilities, which we did. We were able to balance the budget in 2019 and 2020. 2021, 2022, and 2023 now, we move back to a deficit budget. And the reason why we move back to the deficit budget is that the then government, the APNU AFC government, they had helped us tremendously in terms of development projects, financing certain projects within the city. So we were able to get that amount of help from the AFC APNU government. Since 2020, the PPP regime took government office and failed us tremendously, and they tried all corners to cut the limbs and the legs of this council. And it continues at the level of the local government commission, which they have empowered themselves through the local government commission to take control of the municipality of Georgetown. We must understand that the mayorship or the office of the mayor is not an easy one. And one man said to me that if you can able to survive at the local government level, especially with the type of laws that we are dealing with at the municipality of Georgetown, you will survive well. I can able to say clearly, I have given it my best shot. We have achieved policies in various departments of this council or section of this council, which we had worked on and we had created and voted on. And by extension, this council had even passed a littering bylaws, which is with the local government minister, which is Dharmlal, and he failed to sign that bylaws to law so that we can enforce it 1 year now. So it showed blatantly where government, the PPP government, has no respect, no regards for those voters in the city of Georgetown. Because when you cripple the local system, you're crippling the voters, you're crippling the people. It's not you're crippling me as mayor, you're crippling them, you're depriving them from the resources that they should be accessible to as a people of or a citizen of Guyana. So when we look at the whole frame, the whole structure is a central government, which is the PPP regime, trying to take control of the council in establishing CDC and different commission which they will control at the level of the local democracy. I want to also make mention, we started to pay NIS, credit union is up to date. NIS Markit since 1993. I was 3 years old. We dealt with that matter. We are paying there 1 month forward, 1 month backward. We dealt with garbage issue when I took over this office. The garbage bill was 35 million Guyana dollars per month. I negotiated within 2 months in 2019 and brought that $35 million to 15.5 million. Subsequently, that contract come to an end where that contract was tendered for, and it was 13.5. In my absence of a meeting, myself and the chairman, the council went ahead and voted for a 21 million per month contract again. That will plunge this council in chaos. It will plunge the administration of council in chaos again. These are things we must analyze as councillors before we move to a decision. But I will say this much, Mr. Duncan. When you have certain people on this council, especially when you have past mayors who already been there and didn't do much for this city, but claim that they know everything and want to lead the other councillors on, it is bad for business. And that's why I have chosen not to be a part of the horseshoe table. I believe as mayor, why should you come back to be a councillor? Don't come back to be a councillor. Don't put yourself in that category. And even all, I do run for constituency, and I win my constituency, and I've been placed as a councillor, I would resign immediately because I don't want to hinder the vision of that successful mayor who will take my position as mayor. I don't want to hinder his or her vision. I want that mayor to manage. That mayor vision must go through. I don't want to be an obstacle there, because as mayor, as past mayor, I will still want to execute some of my vision. I will still want to feel a certain way. I don't want to be that kind of leader. I don't want to take on those kind of challenges when I believe I bowed gracefully. So that is what happened at this horseshoe table. But I can say this much: my councillors in the past few years have been well supportive to me. I cannot say anything bad, but this period where I don't know what is the cause, if they have been receiving direction to undermine me or what, but it's a little chaos between myself and my councillors. And I believe it's undermined something where you want to undermine the mayor, making me probably look bad. But that would not stop me, because demitting this office would not stop me to serve the people of this country. And that will give me a wider way where I can reach out to from Region 1 to Region 10. I will not be subject myself to Georgetown, right? And that is what they fail to understand, especially the PPP, right? That when you're placed there to do something, especially when you're God-fearing, no one can stop you. And a leader does surround himself or herself with heavyweights, right? And I've seen leaders fail to do so. A leader just sit back and got his soldiers fighting the battle. But when time to come out, the leader will come out. And I have demonstrated that kind of leadership. And I'm proud of myself. The criticism will be there, but I can say this much, that the council is a very good place. The city has potential, but management, money, manpower, and machinery needed to function the municipality of Georgetown, and that is controlled by the current regime, the PPP, all four M's, all four. So I believe this council had done a lot. There are a lot of projects put forward to government which was rejected and closed by the PPP. I don't know if you noticed, Mr. Duncan, I started to publish some of those projects. The first project was the Starbuck redevelopment project, then Parade Ground project. Then I put out recently the overhead pass and so on in the city. So I will continue to put projects out there that this city envisioned and was placed before the government of the day, but was closed and rejected. So, and money failed this council. If we had money, central government couldn't stop us. Not a bit central government couldn't stop us. But central government imposed themselves on the city council.
Mr. Mayor, are there things you perhaps wish now, looking back on 5 years, you had done maybe a little differently?
Yes, as leaders, we do make mistakes at times. The 5 year that been here, I gain experience, both locally and internationally. And the things that I had done as mayor, this council had done, in Creole to say that you have got belly to do it, right? You have got belly to do it. You have got belly to stand up on certain things, because motion will come. A council will argue to the end on certain things that he or she believes in, but as mayor, you have to take that stand. You have to come out boldly, either to distance yourself from it, or you vote against it at the level of the council. And you have to try to persuade 29 others to get your agenda to pass. I face difficulties on those matters. I face difficulties with the town clerks of this council. And I want to say very clear, very bold, that the laws that govern municipality 2021 need to be reviewed at the level of the legislators, which is parliament. And if we don't do that, all the municipalities, including the township of Bartica, New Amsterdam, Rosal, and Regina, will continue to manipulate by any government. And the PPP government is using it at their advantage, right? So challenges in this 5 year was not easy. Challenges at the level of the municipality actually give me gray hair, right? But I am proud to have it because of my experience.
Excellent. I'm certain that the folks of Georgetown are very saddened by the fact that the recent announcement that you are not going to be contesting again. Before we get to that reason, you have served these 5 years with Deputy Mayor Mr. Mentor. How was that relationship been?
The deputy and myself share a very good relationship in terms of dealing with policies of council. And Deputy Mayor, sometimes he will disagree with me, sometimes he will agree with me. Well, you have to disagree to agree. But the level of his office and my office, when I took office, I actually gave him the Deputy Mayor office powers to deal with matters. That never happened in history of this council. I wanted to make it very clear. And when I had done that, I can recall one of the former mayor had make mention that the deputy mayor office don't have a function. Only when the mayor is out, then the deputy mayor will take up the responsibility. I see it differently. As long as you're a deputy mayor, you ought to have certain responsibility. The deputy mayor, I remove myself from dealing with matter of finance of this council. I play no part of dealing with finance issue at this level of the council. The deputy mayor, I give him that power to deal with the difficult circumstances committee, which a policy was drafted and passed at the level of council, which deal with taxes, waive of interest, and to make adjustment and so on with taxes. A committee was set up. He heads that committee. I give the deputy mayor the power to deal with land issues, where he is the chairman of the Investment and Development Committee, and he deals with land issues in the city of Georgetown. He also was given the power to deal with issues of the courts, various matters at the level of the courts. The deputy mayor deal with those matters. He was appointed on the Housing Board, the Ministry of Housing Board, to represent the council because of dealing with land issues at the level of the Housing Board. He will also have to be a part of that. So the deputy mayor served in the capacity of dealing with issues. He did not sit there as an artificial deputy mayor. Likewise, other mayors think that the power of the mayor should be the power of the mayor. The deputy should be a part and parcel. And I would like to see, Mr. Duncan, that it happen in the future council. Don't let the deputy mayor be isolated. Let the deputy mayor have a role to play in this council. Let the deputy mayor be a part and parcel of council decision. It's not when the mayor is out, then the deputy mayor must act and know of issues of the council. I can say Mr. Mentor served well as a deputy mayor to me. Yet we had our ups and downs, we had our issues, our disagreements, but put aside all of that, he had given me his support, and he had been there of a man of a cloth of council decisions. And I want to make mention that he also has stood by my time, my end, when I couldn't really know the doors out of certain things. He will advise me, like Councillor Clark will advise me as well. And I want to give my respect to Councillor Clark, where I believe he is 84 of age, and he served on this council for over 19 years. Finance chairman and HRM committee chairman. And I can say this much, that we sit in this very office and argued on many issues, but when we reach at the level of the council, we come to an agreement. So I want to pay my respect, my regards to Councillor Oscar Clark. He had done a great job at this council. And he admitted to me, and I believe that I have the right to say that he wasn't aware of many decisions on the then council. When these things brought up before myself, he said, Chief, he don't know, right? There are certain things he accept. He know of it. But there was many things he wasn't aware of, but his name was called. I'm not trying to defend him, but these matters were addressed and was dealt with, and we find solution for it. So the councillors, I also want to make mention that they need to be briefed what is local government in this country. I find that also the young councillors came in, thought that I'm young, thought it was going to be an easy road. They clock out, right? Some of the young councillors actually clock out. They didn't show interest after they had seen what was going on and what really was the challenges of this council. They will come to meeting and some will not come to meeting. And that pushes back a lot. And I can say this much, that if we had a consultant and a legal officer at this council, we should achieve far way more better. But by the local government chastise and cripple us, we couldn't have those things. The council don't even have a PR. I just been doing the PR for my office's worship page, right? I actually, my little stipend, I take and pay these things in. So I don't live after. The council never give me a salary of a huge sum. A lot of people think, oh, the mayor office get a huge salary. No, $150,000 is no money. And it's a shame to have the vice president and the president speaking on an international forum and paying the mayors of this country a stipend. I don't know if the president don't be ashamed and the vice president don't be ashamed. While, and you can able to do the research in Trinidad, the mayors of the municipality get an equal salary with a minister. With a minister. And that should implement here. And they get benefits while we get zero. It's like a selfless service taking up the office of the mayor. You get no benefits, no salary, no concession. And you have to go through the worst. Right? It's selfless service to the people. And the Vice President, Dr. Jagdeo, and the President should be ashamed to speak on One Guyana. Should be ashamed. So these are issues need to iron out at the legislators level, which is Parliament, and which the Attorney General has no regards or no intention to deal with these matters, because the people don't believe in local democracy. They don't believe in it.
Mr. Mayor, how did you get to this very, very weighty decision? You know, I have done my best and it's time for someone else. How did you get there? What was the thing, or a series of things that brought you to that point?
Now, in 2081 state that as long as you serve 5 consecutive years, you cannot run back for mayor. That is my understanding of the laws. I did seek some legal advice and it was said to me, while politicians said to me, no, you can run back. I just want to be a law-abiding citizen. I came up with that too because I believe I give it my best shot. And there are other young people out there, I believe, want to have a shot of the mayor's office. And I thought that this work, used to chastise the council a lot and the mayor. But it's not an easy task. It's a task that will drain every pores of your body. When you're in the seat, the driving seat, then you know. So I came up with this decision according to the laws, and I just want to give someone an opportunity. I don't believe that you holding on in power. I don't want to be Dr. Jagdeo. From president to vice president to general secretary of his party. Power on political end, yes, that is your motive to have power. But you have to bear in mind you wouldn't live forever. This office don't belongs to me. This is a constitutional and elected office. So it will come a time where I will have to demit. And I choose this time I should take my leave, gracefully bow out, and give someone an opportunity. And the only thing that worried me leaving this office, it is my vendors, the bread and butter for my vendors. I love the vendors. I love working with them. They play a great role in my tenure, in my life, because 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, some of them will call me. I will answer them. I will reach out to them. They will reach out to me. They have access to this office at any time. The vendors, the private sector. I work with the private sector, the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce, which sometimes they're being hypocritical in their decision. But I will encourage any mayor to work with the private sector and the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce. I work with them. I sign an MOU with them. And I hope that that relationship can continue, especially with the business sector of our city. Government, reach out to government. Whether the government want to work with you or not, you have to reach out to them. I always wanted to work with any government. And I believe that I will continue to serve the city of Joshua in my own little way after limiting this office. And I believe I will have a wider service to offer to my country in terms from Region 1 to Region 10. So I would not stay away from the political arena. I will not subject myself to one region, and I will continue to serve my political party, which is the People's National Congress Reform as well.
You said you are still going to be serving. You're still going to be in politics. Is there anything specific you have your eyes on? Maybe.
No, not really. I believe many people asking me that question as well. I received a lot of call from the private sector yesterday. The vendors, business people called me, and they share the view that I should continue being the mayor. And they're looking now for me to go on higher benches. So I said to them, I never had planned to be the mayor. I never wanted to be the mayor, but I was called upon. And if there's any office, my political party, the People's National Congress Reform, they see, the party see that I am capable to serve, I'm willing to serve. So I don't have my eye on a office. Whatever the party may determine, the party is bigger than me. And whatever they determine, I will so serve the people of my country. So I don't want to put it in this way. I'm selfish, or I have political motive. No, I don't. I did not come to this council, our Creole saying is hand to mouth. I didn't come here to grab anything. Everything that I owned in life, I owned it before take up this office of the mayor. I can proudly walk out of here with my head high, with my integrity, with my dignity. I never ask anyone for anything. I don't want anything from anyone. I did ask, maybe for a constituency, for some hampers, for some tent chairs. These are things I will ask people to donate when we have a function, when I have a hamper drive, when I have a kite drive, and all politicians had done that. And that is a way to reach out to the depressed areas of the city of Georgetown. So I give it my best shot, Mr. Duncan, and I'm grateful to serve the people of the city, to serve my political party. I want to say sincere thanks to David Granger, who had the faith in me. I want to say as well, the chairman of the party then, Comrade Valda Lawrence, who put her trust in me. The then General Secretary, Amna Ali, the then leader of the opposition, Comrade Joe Harman. I never one day received a call from those four individuals and give me a direction. I can proudly say that. They never direct this office of the mayor. A lot of people had the concept, oh, I received direction. No, never yet. And I will say this boldly. One day I called the then chairman, Walter Lawrence, for advice. And you know what she said to me? You're a leader. Lead the people. And she hung up her phone. And from that day on, in 2019, I took the bull by its horn and I started to put forward my leadership. And I'm grateful to these four individuals, my mentors, that they had faith and trust in me. And I'm grateful to my political party, the People's National Congress Reform, to have faith and that trust in me as well. I want to thank my councillors, the deputy mayor, James Bond. I cannot forget my brother James Bond. James Bond played a very pivotal role in bringing me on board. You know, James Bond introduced me in politics. I want to thank him. He's my big brother. And no matter what, we had various disagreements too, but he's my brother. And Sharad, you as well, I want to thank you. You've always lent your support to me from since I took office. You always call me, and if there is an issue, I called you as well. And I know you as former deputy mayor of this council, you have a wide knowledge what used to happen here, and you had a lot of challenges as well. I want to thank you as well, Sherrod. Now you are elevated to MP, and I know you're doing your best here to scrutinize the resources of our country. Thank you again. The people of Georgetown, the vendors, the vendor union, the Mr. Carvel Duncan, all these people, you know, I want to thank sincerely. I get along very well with everybody. And I want to thank the government. I want to thank the PP government to cut in the limbs of this council, the arms of the council, to demonstrate dictatorship to this council, to demonstrate stagnated this council. The PPP had done it in my tenure. I had to deal with them. It was not easy. It's a political party which will massage, which will stifle, which will suffocate, and which will cut you from your root. The PPP will do that, and they will continue to do that, not only to the city of Georgetown. So I want to thank them to make me strong, and I will continue to be strong.
Mr. Mayor, as we wrap up our discussion, what are your thoughts, your advice for the next mayor?
I'm in the process writing that letter. May be a 5-page letter to the next mayor who will take over from me.
5 chapters, 5 books.
The next mayor, he or she has to be a people's person.
You have been that people's mayor, clearly.
Yeah. If you're not that, don't take up this office. The administration of this council will deceive you at all end. I want to make that very clearly. I have no apology to make. The administration of this council will deceive you at all end. Never take the administration for granted. Right? I've been there. I knew it. All skin teeth, not joke. They will come to you. The counselors also, they will be your enemy and drink with you in one cup, from one cup. I say this to say that you have to be on your P's and Q's. You have to know when to dot the I and cross the T. The next mayor, I wouldn't say I was sorry for him or her, but please, when you take this office, know the corners of this office. Know who to trust. Give them codes, and that is what I did. I give codes, and if I actually hear back the codes, I will know who say it and who done what. Then you will know who lied to you. The next mayor, I pray to the Almighty, he or she know the ends of this council. It would not be an easy road. It will be a tough road. And that will only prove you to be a leader. So, all the best. I will be here if the next mayor need my guidance. I will be there to guide them in certain matters, to steer them in certain direction. They have access to me. They can call me, and I'm willing to work with the next mayor as well. I'm willing to lend a helping hand to the next mayor to guide him or her through the mayor's office. I don't want to be like previous mayor. Did not receive any kind of advice, any kind of documentation, any kind of proper handing over of this office. I want to walk with the next mayor. Call upon me. I will come out. I will give my support. Because the next mayor will be just like me, right? When I took office, I don't know. They will have to follow through. I'm willing to work with them. I'm willing to give them advice. I'm willing to walk with them on the streets to make that person a successive leader. And I will do it without any fee. I will give my free knowledge and advice to them.
Are we going to see you on the campaign trail? The local government election heating up. We're going to see you on the campaign trail.
Well, at that point there, Mr. Duncan, and I have to think twice before I actually go on the campaign trail. And what hurt me the most, my fuel have cut. Right? The town clerk has cut my fuel. The council hadn't done anything about it. My security has been withdrawn. Council hadn't done anything about it.
I read somewhere you got more security than someplace. I saw a letter in the press.
My subject minister, I'll make that post yesterday as well. And I respond to him. I said, man, minister, you should post something more sensible. This thing make you sound stupid. Mm-hmm. You know, everything has been withdrawn. I only have like 2 or 3 bodyguards, which don't be with me all the time. My resident, nothing there. You know, I faced with a lot of difficulties for the past 6 months with this town clerk on political instructions from her masters. You know, the town clerk is not an easy individual to deal with. I thought I actually lobbied for that town clerk to be deputy town clerk when I took office in 2019, because I saw the potential. I saw the Miss Candace Nelson could have done a good job, you know, as town clerk, but she get caught up in politics, caught up in instruction of thing. So yeah, I don't know as yet, and I don't want to be in the limelight to take away any one opportunity, but I will encourage voters to vote for the APNU at the local government election. Encourage them to go out and vote. Don't allow the PPP to get the city. It will be a different story altogether. And if they can do this now, much less they get the city in control, what they wouldn't do, right? So vote for AP and you at the local government polls, go out in the numbers and vote for the AP and you vote for your candidate, whoever it may be, vote for them. They will come here and they will make a difference in the city. They will continue the struggle I left off.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and thank you for your service. You have been the people's mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Duncan.
Thank you.
That's our discussion with the mayor. That's our discussion with the mayor, folks. That was our discussion with the mayor. Share the live, good people. Smash that emoji button. The people's mayor. That's what Ubraj has been. Forced into glory. You heard him say, I didn't intend to become mayor. That's how God has worked sometimes, Some people who go in after it hot and sweaty don't get it. Don't get it. And Ubraj has risen to the occasion. I have seen this mayor grow into this role. Grow into this role as mayor. And he's Lord Mayor to me. Lord Mayor Ubraj Narine. Yep. There was his time. This was his time. And we wish him the best in all that is before us. We wish him nothing but the very best. Nothing but the very best. Folks, share the live now, man. Smash the emoji button. If you enjoy the content of the program, right? That's like giving us a pat on our backs when you share the live, right? And I'm certain based on the comments, you guys enjoyed that bit of discussion there with the mayor. Enjoy that. Share the live so other persons, we want to be popular. We want people to get information. We want people to get proper information. Proper information. Share the damn live. Smash the emoji button. Who vex? Folks, that's going to do it for us. That is going to do it for us. At this end, folks, if we could do these programs for free, we would. Let me tell you though, up front, we would. If we could do them for free, we would. But it takes something to get them done. And that's why we're encouraging you guys to partner with us. Left a little something. We got Cash App, we got Zelle, PayPal, MMG, MoneyGram, and Western Union. But if you can't even share it live, I don't know how you can leave something. But we're grateful, guys. We're grateful. We're only teasing. We are available via Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, MMG, MoneyGram, and Western Union as well. Folks, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your love. Thank you for your support. And thank you for your generosity. It means the world to us. It means the world to us. Thank you. Thank you so much for all of that. Thank you so much. And we want to let you know that if you are looking for a good Justice of the Peace, Commissioner of Votes to affidavit, we want to recommend the Alistair Collins firm. The Alistair Collins firm, they're down there at the Callion Mall on Lamaha Street between Camp and Regent Streets, Monday through Saturday. The Alistair Collins firm, and their number is 649-6410. 649-6410, folks. The Alistair Collins firm. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us. Go ahead and have a fantastic, great afternoon. Share the live. We encourage you. Smash that emoji button, and then let me go down the road. Yvonne Ramasar, Elderly Gilbert, Out Front Parts, Gilali Cock, Yvonne, Joyce. Each and every one of you, I don't know how to break down Out Front Parts as a name. Which is the first and which is the last? Out. Michaela, Diane Gravesandi. Diane, how you doing? How is Linden? Good to see you, Diane. Keith Evans, Pansy Marshall, Tessa Lane, Eastman. Good to have each and every one of you. June Cameron, we outside. Good to see you, June. Have a great day, folks. We're going to see you guys back on the final broadcast for the day at 8. We're in the ring, folks. Ping, 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 ping. Ping, ping, ping. Take care, guys. See you soon. Take care. Stay woke.